Hi everyone, this is a pick a card reading for May 2021 predictions. So we're going to have a look and see what is coming through for you in May. I'm really excited actually to see what we do have here. So we've got these three wonderful piles. We've got group 1 here with the moon soap, group 2 with this key pen, and then we've also got group 3 with this sort of stocking, which is filled with gifts, but it's a pin. So whichever one you're most drawn to, that is going to be the reading for you for May 2021. And then the timestamps will be in the description box below. So you can go to the description box, click on the timestamp, it will take you to your reading. And I also wanted to mention as well, if you would like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below, since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, those are also down below as well, and they are done within 24 to 48 hours. So yeah, that is there. And then there's also my Etsy store, which has intention manifesting items that so many people have seen results with. So definitely do check out the review section on my Etsy store, which is just linked down below, to see how people have seen results. There's handmade bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards, which you can put under your pillow in your wallet or your purse. Check out the review section to see how other people have seen results with them. And there's also crystals, face masks, divination coins, pens, cloths, charms, things like that as well. So yeah, everything is meditated with and saged. Alright, so we are going to begin. We will also see what is coming through. First of all, we're going to start with group 1. So I'm just going to move the other two groups to the side and we will have a look, see what's going on. Okay, so alright, group 1, May 2021 predictions. Let's have a look and see what is coming through for May and what messages we have for you. So you have got here the moon soap, which is pretty, smells very nice as well. There we go. I am actually just going to put this, I'm not sure I want to risk putting it on my background. I'm going to put it on the side here. So we'll leave it right there, because it is shedding a little bit, because it is soap, of course. So we are going to have a look and see what is coming through for May. So we've got here Wanderer. We've got Sage. We have Lion. We've got Illuminator. And we've got here Angel. Wow. Okay. So I feel like things are coming to light, and actually this is not planned in any way, shape or form. Some of you know that I do live shuffles on my readings as well. We are going to be doing some live shuffling, but more so with the tarot cards. But with this, I very much so just meditated, and then I was putting the cards into each of their piles. And it's interesting then that I chose the soap, the moon soap, because here you've definitely got things coming from dark, or so basically light at the end of the tunnel. Light is making things, you know, so much brighter. There's an energy of illumination. The dark is not so prominent. That's what I'm trying to say here, but it's a whole way of how I was just trying to say it, right? So the thing that I really see is that difficulties seem to be much more eased throughout the course of May. There definitely seems to be much more of an energy of strength as well. Your solar plexus, especially with Illuminator, is glowing. So your solar plexus chakra is the 3rd chakra. It's located between your heart chakra, so imagine where your heart is, like, you know, but more in the center, of course, you know, and then it goes, it's just below, basically, yeah, it's below your heart and in between your belly button, so it's like in between there. That's where your solar plexus chakra is, and it really does represent inner peace. So I feel like May is bringing you inner peace, personal power, which you see with the lion, right? A lot of strength, healing also, which I think is quite significant, because some of you may find it hard to heal in general, and with certain astrological transitions and changes, it can be so hard to heal, especially if there's a lot happening. So you're going to find it much, much better to heal in the month of May. You've also got a lot of self-confidence, self-worth, self-acceptance, right? So accepting situations rather than kind of just existing or pretending like they don't exist or that they're too challenging or too difficult. So that's really what I see here. You're not necessarily suppressing your emotions or your feelings, you're trying to work through them. And I have to say that's a really big thing, because angel also shows that you are very much so protected. So you can always ask your angels and your spirit guides for some advice. The Illuminator card also shows that, especially for those of you really, really concerned about your career, for example, there seems to be opportunities here that can really be acted upon. So you may find yourself applying for certain jobs that you find that you thought, wow, you know, I wasn't finding anything, and now there's suddenly light. And this is the universe also showing you that there is something more here. Even with the Lion as well, it definitely shows here that you have the strength and courage to get through difficult moments, difficult situations, especially in regards to the past, because some of you might be sort of ruminating in the past, you know, things about the past, and you're now thinking, you know what, actually, I'm okay. I don't necessarily have to ruminate, you know, sort of like constantly on these things. And that's the biggest thing that I do pick up there, is that you're not necessarily ruminating to that level. You're just kind of letting things be. You're okay with how things have been, even if the things that happened are not okay. I think you're having acceptance, which is also a really, really big thing. But you're also gaining opportunities because you're warding away that negative energy that impacts your mind. And that's what comes through with Sage, is that you're actually protecting yourself when you are thinking more about yourself and you're healing, right? So that's the thing. There's a difference between egoistic behavior and then actually looking after yourself with self-love, but also not being horrible to other people. You know what I mean? So when you take care of yourself, but you're also not, you know, terrible to people around you, that really does help you. It protects you. You know, your angel guides, your angels and your spirit guides, they want to help you a lot more. So the Sage here is basically about you protecting yourself and actually uplifting yourself at the same time. So that's what May is bringing you. For those of you that have been worried about relationships, there seems to be a big healing that is happening here in the relationship itself. So the moon here shows uncertainty. So you might go into May feeling a bit uncertain. You come out of it really just feeling very protected, strong, so much more personal power, peace. Like you really are standing up for yourself and knowing what you truly do deserve. And that's the biggest thing I can tell you here. So let's go to tarot. We're going to also look into these really cute oracle cards as well, and we are also going to do a charm reading, so I thought I'd just let you know that. Okay, so this is a Monopoly tarot. I know, it's a new one, and it is also very... I love Monopoly. Hands up, who loves Monopoly? It's a great game. Okay. So, you got one card here. Okay, so you got the Emperor. Yeah, so you have a lot of energy to really get things done for yourself. This Emperor energy, especially with the Aries energy here, is that fire energy. Okay, so we've got strong Leo here, but you've also got very, very strong Aries as well, which is very powerful because it shows that you have a lot of fire to get things done. You are looking for opportunities. You're also trying to detach from things from the past. And the 4 also, which, you know, this is number 4. So 4s in tarot really represent inner peace, personal peace, and trying not to kind of get too overwhelmed as well. So that's really the biggest thing that we do see here with the Emperor, is definitely a really strong energy here of peace, protection, trying to detach also from situations that have been really, really very challenging, and essentially trying to sort of hold on to your own. And that's one of the biggest things we have there. So let's continue on. Another major arcana, it's the High Priestess. The High Priestess is really about your divine self, right? This is also about trusting your gut, accepting your gut feelings. It's also about self-acceptance, self-confidence, self-worth. Some of you may feel very, very intuitive as well in May. You may feel so heightened. In fact, you've got the moon, and we know that the High Priestess card usually does have a moon in it, right? Because it's moon energy, Pisces energy. And this to me really does show that a lot of you are becoming so much more balanced within yourself, trusting your gut and thinking to yourself, you know what, something was off in that situation, so actually I should have trusted my gut, I should have trusted myself. And so you're just aligning much more to yourself over the course of May, from what I can see here, which I think is just so strong. Especially if people have said to you like, oh, you shouldn't do this, you should do this instead. You're actually thinking, well, actually, you know what, I had to do this for myself and I actually learned a lot from doing it, and this is what I want to do, so I'm going to do it. So I see here definitely a need to trust yourself a lot more. It's okay to ask people for advice, but I think when that really goes against you as a whole, it can be really quite challenging. So let's see, High Priestess, let's see what follows on. Oh, we got a lot of cards here. Okay, and we're not going to take those all. There's a lot that just slipped over. Okay, yeah, let's take these. So we've got here provider of emotional support and maturity. How interesting is that? We got the King of Cups. So there could be someone here that does appear in your life that really does provide you with emotional support and maturity. And the King of Cups energy is really interesting because, again, that can be Pisces energy. But what I do see here is that this could be a therapist, this could be a mentor, this could be a family member, a friend, someone who is really just sticking by you and really giving you the emotional support that you truly do need, which I think is quite significant, very important. You know, this is also really, it's the color of it really reminds me of the crown chakra, you know, and that's all about grace and serenity. And I mean, oh, it's so beautiful because it's about enlightenment as well, which is beautiful. So it seems to me like, you know, there can be someone that does arrive. Some of you, this could be a romantic person who's just there for you constantly through and through. It's going to vary for many of you. We also have here the Ace of Pentacles. It says starting stable avenue. So it says, well, that's what it says. This one here to me, you know, really is, again, it's heart chakra energy. You know, the green here really does represent the heart chakra, but at the same time, the Ace of Pentacles here shows that there are opportunities, you know, starting stable avenues. So things are rolling, things are moving, things are progressing, whether you see them or not. There is movement, there is so much more still yet to come. There's so much more progression that can be made over the course of time. I think that this is really beautiful because it does show that there is movement, there are opportunities, there is progression. There is light at the end of the tunnel. That's the biggest thing that we see here. I mean, the King of Cups is also, you know, so emotionally mature and stable. So, you know, that's a really strong vibe. Okay, then we have also got here, we've got it's a party place, Three of Cups. So we did have Wanderer as well. So that's interesting. Some of you might be celebrating something. It's a party place can also mean that there is some kind of celebration around you. It could be somebody's birthday, it could be somebody that's born, it could be, I mean, now I'm trying to think of all the kind of celebrations that there are. There are some in May, isn't there? There's something in May for sure. There's some kind of celebration, that's what I'm going to tell you. Okay, that is what I'm going to tell you. Something really worth celebrating. You've got here strength, which we're not surprised by. Look at that, there's the synchronicity here. The thing is, right, if I didn't shuffle these live on camera, nobody would believe me, right, that the strength card came out, you know, with the lion. You guys would be like, did you do that on purpose? That's why I like to sort of shuffle some of them live as well, so that you can actually see that that's not the case. They actually do come out. There are synchronicities that happen here. So strength of the lion, I think it's pretty much what we have explained and expressed here, is that you're going to be feeling so much stronger within yourself. You're going to really connect to yourself, your divine self, and you are going to uplift yourself. There's a lot of, you know, again, self-confidence. People will also be very cautious around you, not to basically do anything bad or to steal or to cheat or like anything. You will, you know, like how people have to be extra careful around a lion because they know that a lion can be ferocious. I mean, people will be like that around you, where they'll be very careful. They won't want to take advantage of you. That's the one. And then we got here the Lovers. So yeah, there can be love that does appear here in May, but this can also be the strengthening of a bond, especially if you are currently with someone. So do keep that in mind with the Lovers. And we do have here Restful Solitude Way, which is the Four of Swords. And I did talk about this as well, because I said the fours are all about sort of, what did I say? I said something about peace, didn't I? Fours represent peace and things like that. So kind of, you know, taking care of yourself. And I mean, you are here, you know, there's a solitude kind of energy. You might even take sort of like a bit of time off for yourself. From what I see here, you know, even if your thoughts are sort of wandering, with the Wanderer card, you're bringing yourself back to a place of stability within yourself. And I think it's really helping you overall and bringing you so much more from what we see here. So now we are going to go to the charms and the letters. Okay, so the letters can be initials. It can also very much so be words. So yeah, it's going to vary, and they are different colours as well. So let's just have a little look. Ooh, a lot of yellow, and this one also came out as well. Okay, a lot of yellow. Oh, and then there's this one too. 6. We spelled out a number. Also, you've got it, and then you've also got sit. W, Wix. Do you know what? I see so many Wix ads on YouTube. I know that's so, it could be unrelated, but some of you might actually be building a Wix website. Who knows? This would have been such a perfect little transition for like an ad, but you know, I'm not sponsored by them, so we've got here kit as well, and a U. Okay, so that's what we have there. Those are your letters. Let's go to the charms. Okay, so we've got here, this is the heart chakra lollipop. So it's green. This, we did talk about the heart chakra actually, so I really feel that your heart chakra is going to be glowing, as well as we did talk about the solar plexus chakra too, because we had the lion twice, we had the illuminator card. So these are the two dominant chakras here. So the heart chakra, of course, is located where your heart is, but more so like in the middle. And then that is very much so to do with love, forgiveness, right? Forgiveness, acceptance, compassion, generosity, which we did speak about. It's also to do with healing, right? Healing certain issues. And then, of course, we spoke about the solar plexus chakra, which is yellow. And so the yellow was really dominant at the beginning of the spread, right? So especially with the cards, so we've got a lot of yellow here also with the letters. So yellow and green are two big colors. I mean, you might see a lot of yellow, you may see the sun a lot more often. Yellow is a big color for you in May, and green is like the second sort of biggest color for you, so just keep that in mind. You might be spending a lot of time in nature. That actually helps to boost the heart chakra, believe it or not. So that's what I see here. You might be going for walks or kind of just taking a stroll in nature. We have got here some interesting, so you've got an owl here. Owls are known to be very wise and knowledgeable, so you might be doing a lot of studying, reading, or just, you know, feeling like you want to inform yourself, watch some documentaries, podcasts, audiobooks, actually reading, you know, like proper books, things like that. So we do have the owl, but also, you know, the owl represents nature. Then you also have the butterfly, which is about transformation, freedom, right? Letting go from things that are weighing you down, thoughts that are weighing you down, people that are weighing you down. Dragonfly, again, has the wings to really fly. Dragonfly is also known to be very lucky. You have the monkey, so playfulness, right? Really doing the things that you enjoy to do with your goals and your hobbies. The flower here is about flourishing, growing, you know. Willpower, yes, look at that, right? Especially with the lion and the strength card. You've definitely got a strong amount of willpower and confidence here. You've got an F as well. And you've got this little flower as well. So you've got two flowers. So this is really about growing, flourishing, and getting stronger within yourself, which is so beautiful. So beautiful. So beautiful to see. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And that is very much so your reading. Group 1 for your May 2021 predictions. And if this resonates with you, for sure, do let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and do click on that little bell notification next to the subscribe button if you would like to be notified every time I post a new video. And then also there is the information for the private paid readings, the free reading giveaway, and of course the intention items, which is all in the description box below. So do check that out if you are interested. All right, so take care everyone, and I hope to see you very soon if you choose to keep up with my channel. Okay, so yeah, that is pretty much that. So I'm now going to take away these letters, and we will also take away the charms. I like doing this on camera, it's just super therapeutic. For those of you that have been watching me for a while, you're like, I know, you tell us all the time. But you know, just in case you're new, I just really do like doing it sort of, you know, as we're going through the reading. Okay, so actually let's take away this soap. I'm going to put it back into its little container, plastic bag, which it came in, because I don't want to throw the plastic away, you know what I mean? Like, trying to be a little bit more cautious about those kinds of things. Okay. All right. So got that. Oh, and the key. Cool. All right, group number 2. Let's have a look and see May 2021 predictions. So we will have a look and see what is coming through, and also what messages we have for you. Okay, so what we're going to look into is, of course, these oracle cards, which I put into their piles after I'd meditated. Got this little key, which I'm just going to place right there. We're also going to look into tarot cards. We're going to look into oracle cards, and we are also going to look into charms. So we're going to do a charm reading with letters as well. So let's have a look and see what these cards are. You have here Survivor. We have Strategist. We have Inventor, Grace, and Siren. Oh, there we go. So, what I think is really just very significant from what I pick up all of a sudden is definitely that the Survivor card is really about you know, getting through May in a way where you actually feel like, wow, you know what, I'm getting through it, and it feels good. You know, Grace here is about basically you getting through in a very subtle, very nice way, where you don't feel like, oh, every day is a struggle. You actually feel pretty good. And May does not seem to be a month that drags on for you. You know how there are certain months that just feel like, wow, it does not seem to be ending, and it's just like every day goes by so slowly. May is a very graceful month where you feel like, wow, you know, I'm floating through the month. So that's really what I see here, especially with Survivor, is that some of you may have gone through difficult situations and challenges even before May, and it seems to me like you're actually floating through May in a lot of ease and not necessarily pain or struggle or frustration. Even with this strategist card here as well, is that you're making moves in a way where you know you need to protect yourself, and I wouldn't say that this is strategic in a very evil way. I think this is strategic to protect yourself and to prevent any issues where you feel not good. So what I see here with strategists is that, you know, there are a lot of people out there for sure that really do strategize pretty much everything, and what you're trying to do here is you're trying to protect yourself. Now, some of you may be very interested in chess, you know, because you have got chess there, but some of you genuinely might just really want to kind of, you know, figure things out for yourself and put yourself first and look after yourself from what I see here. And that's the main thing that I do pick up, is that a lot of you are just really very self-focused on yourself, and you really just want to have good outcomes. Some of you might also be strategizing, you know, how you want your love life to be, or you might be thinking, okay, well, I'm just going to, you know, pull away from this person a little bit and see if they come towards me instead, things like that. So you might be sort of strategizing little things here and there, because I feel like so many of you are just fed up of always doing, and I mean that also in a career sense as well. You may feel like you're the one that's like pulling the most effort, or pulling in, pulling in the most in regards to your career and your job. You may feel like you're always doing, and people are just kind of like taking advantage of that. So you might be sort of strategizing in a way where actually you're helping yourself. And yeah, I don't necessarily see this as evil or bad or anything like that. I just see that actually it's helping you more than anything. So, you know, it's one of those things. It's helping you. Then you have grace, which we did speak about actually. So grace is really about doing things with a lot of, you know, a lot of grace. How can I explain grace? Grace is like very, very beautiful, very elegant, you know. You also have inventor as well. So you're definitely you might be making up a plan, you might be making up a contract, you might also be inventing something, you might be setting up a business, okay? So strategist can also mean that you are setting up your own business or your own little venture, or you're doing a startup, or you're starting something, right? So that's what we see here with strategist and inventor. You're being quite calculated in how you do things. I see a lot of research. I see you also listening to any warning bells, especially with siren as well. You're really trying to protect yourself in many, many ways, and you're trying to, you know, get through the month, but you're doing it with a lot of grace. And I do feel like you might be starting something here in regards to a business. For those of you that are sort of dating, what I will say is just make sure you look out for some little red flags and things like that, because that can really help you to basically protect yourself throughout the course of May as well. If you see red flags, don't just look away from them. Acknowledge them is what I would say for sure. So the key here, I think, is really interesting, because the key kind of really does resonate with this reading, is that you're opening up new things, right? You're opening up locks, basically, and you are, yeah, but some of you might also be getting like the key to, you know, a locker. So you know what I mean? Like if you start a new membership or you start a new business, you might be getting passwords, or, you know, making new accounts where you do get a new password, or you make a new password, should I say. So you're basically, that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing, is that you might be getting more responsibilities, you know, like when you get the keys to something, it's something of your own, but it's also, you know, you might be getting a car, you might be getting a home, you might be getting, again, you might be making accounts, you know, for something, and then you're getting passwords. So yeah, that's the main thing that I do see. But inventor definitely does show that you're creating something of your own for what I'm seeing. You know, you might be even kind of getting into social media and things like that. So that's what we're seeing. Okay, so I'm going in with the Monopoly Tarot. So let's see what other information we have for May. What else is coming through? I really like the smell of these cards. I don't know if anyone else likes the smell of new books, new cards, but these ones smell really nice. I don't really go around smelling my tarot cards, but I don't know, they're brand new and they smell really good. Okay, so we've got here, okay, we've got Knight of Pentacles, and it says Messenger of Slow and Steady. All right, so slow and steady is how your month is going to go. I don't feel like it's going to whiz past in like the fastest manner. It's just slow, it's steady, it's graceful. You feel like, okay, it's just, you know, it's floating is what I'm seeing. You know, when things float, they don't just like go zoom, like they just float very gracefully. So you're floating through the month from what I see. Also, Knight of Pentacles is about opportunities. So I do feel that there can be some opportunities here, but also for some of you that feel like you're always doing, like I said, in your career or towards your friends, or even romantically, you feel like you're always the one that is just messaging or doing. I feel like you're taking things slow and steady, and you are trying not to do too much, because you want to also see what other people are going to do as well, you know. So we also have this card. It says life. It's a party place, and that is the Three of Cups. So there can be a celebration that does happen here in May. So do keep that in mind. That's something I see here, and it could be again to do with this this key that we saw, and also to do with some of the other energies that we picked up, right? Where you could be setting up something of your own, like a little business or something. And then we have here quick communication gardens. So we've got the Eight of Wands. This is such a cute deck. I have to say, it's so adorable. I love Monopoly, and the deck is beautiful. And we got here, I know what this means, but I can't say this word. I know reciprocate. You know when you say reciprocate, reciprocity, reciprocity avenue. But yeah, reciprocate is the main thing here, you know, because that's what the Six of Pentacles is all about. It's about reciprocating and things being balanced, and this being the sense of equilibrium in that case. So what I see here is that people can be much more prone to being nicer towards you, especially if you're pulling back a little bit more in regards to how much you're doing. They will give back to you. They will, you know, can be messaging you more, they can be talking to you more, things like that. So whatever you do can be reciprocated, so do keep that in mind, especially if you feel like you're doing everything. You know, you can take a bit of a breather for yourself. That's something I do want to say, so just, you know, definitely do keep that in mind as well. Okay, so we're going to now go to the oracle cards, which I am just going to say that I did forget to use these in group number one's reading. It just happened. Honestly, they're so tiny. They got a little bit lost on my table as I was doing the reading. Anywho, we have it for your reading, so we will definitely use it. These are like little Pantone swatches, and it's like a little chakra. Actually, is it a chakra? No, it's not a chakra card. It's like an oracle card, which just has some phrases on it. So let's see if anything does come out. That one sort of jumped out. Okay, let's have a look. So we have got here Limitless. So this is actually the card that has all of the colours sort of on it. So we've got Limitless. So there's no limit here. You know, that's the thing that I pick up. We have definitely got a lot of this really strong energy of you just feeling like, you know what, you want to do a lot of different things all at once in May. That's okay. You know, you're experimenting with different things. We do have here an compassion. Okay, so the green is pretty strong. Let's put the green with the green. Compassion here is quite interesting because you are compassionate towards others, but at the same time, you're also trying to have compassion towards yourself and protect yourself to make sure that you're not always overextending yourself to others and always just doing so much for others, you know what I mean? Then you also have here sexual energy. So this definitely does show that there can be some intimate energy that does build up, some flirtatious energy as well between you and someone else, because I do feel like there is someone present. So especially for those of you that are completely single, you may meet someone online or even in person. You might, you know this person, and it can turn quite heated, especially in conversations and things like that. For some of you, it can be, that turns quite physical as well in like actual real life. But it's your choice. You don't have to do these things, but that's it's completely your choice in that sense. But yeah, there is some of that sexual energy. Can also be sexual energy towards yourself. That's something we also see here as well. And let's go to. Okay, these came out off camera, so we've got here another red one which says finances. So remember, we did talk quite heavily about finances as well. So there is a lot of that, that you're sort of strategizing and that you're trying to make happen. And communication. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty interesting. You've got a lot of like sort of repeating colors here, right? You've got the blue, you got the green, and then you've got sort of this sort of orangish reddish as well going on as well. So the colours are pretty significant in that sense. You've got a lot of... So the orange actually does represent the sacral chakra, which is known to be about intimacy. It's, that sensual energy. It's also about mentoring as well and nourishing yourself. The green here is the heart chakra, which is really about giving and receiving unconditional love. We've also got a lot of blue, which is about the throat chakra. It's about willpower, strength, and stability. And then you've also got here the base and the root chakra, which is about physical stability, security, self-sufficiency, and responsibility for yourself, which is something we did pick up as well. So you're going to feel very communicative with people around you, but you're also going to want to, I feel, tone things down a little bit, especially if you feel like you're always doing things. And you're going to want sort of that to be reciprocated from what I see, which can happen as well. And you're sort of floating through the month of May from what I can pick up here as well. So yeah, it's really powerful energy, especially with finances and career. That's finances, career, and love seems to be the main focus and theme of your month. There we go. I'm getting there. Today's one of those days, I tell you. Okay, so we've got here the letters. So this can represent initials. It can also be words as well. So we'll have a look. Let me just sort of mix them up a little bit. That one also kind of came out on the lid. Okay, and then I'll just get the charms as well. Ooh, look at that, key. All right, another key. Bicycle. Sorry, these are a little messy. We have here, I believe this is Capricorn. I always get very confused between the Capricorn and the Aries charms, but I believe that it's Capricorn. So we've also got the clear quartz. We have here the crown chakra stick. We also have here as well a little dummy. So this is like sort of, you know, like a child. So what I will say is that for some of you, it could be to do with a child, right? Some of you may find that there's a celebration here in regards to an announcement of a child. Someone might have a child, but what I also see here as well, this is about like the birth of something, right? And I did say here as well, some of you might be setting up your own ventures, your own businesses. You might be buying your own like home or a car or something, you know, because we see all of these keys as well. So again, it can be the birth of, you know, the birth of something too, right? So just keep that in mind with this little dummy here as well. And it's also blue, so you know, just got to mention that. We also have, yeah, so let's talk about this little clear quartz. It's almost like the fog is starting to lift, right? So this crystal is a little bit foggy in some places, a little bit clear in others. So yeah, things are definitely clearing from what I see here. We also see this leaf, so there is a there's a change, there's a transition. The Capricorn energy is about grounding and really kind of focusing on ourselves, taking care of ourselves and just grounding that energy as much as possible. The key, I think, is pretty significant here because it can also signify commitment, but it does signify commitment towards yourself and your dreams and the things that you want to do for yourself. I see you feeling pretty good throughout the course of May. Okay, some days may be a little bit more challenging than others, but for the most part, you're really kind of striving and being able to get through the month. And I think that again, you're doing so very gracefully. The bicycle here shows that you are, you know, you're getting through it. Okay, you're getting through May. I don't feel like you're going to struggle to get through this particular month. Also, the bicycle can represent that some of you might, you know, want to go riding out on your bike. So that's something to keep in mind. It's definitely not something I'm going to be doing because I can't ride a bike, but you know, the bicycle has lots of spiritual meanings as well, right? Which is about balance. It's also about really just going with the flow, and it's also about the journey. So there could be a journey that some of you do take in May, so do keep that in mind, but it could be something so simple as actually getting inside of, you know, your bicycle, basically. You can't even see this pentacle. I'm going to just put it like that. There we go. Oh. Okay, so that's what we have there. So let's go to the letters. So you've got a Y, a P, N, H, T. Have you noticed as well, the colours are like super similar to the Monopoly cards as well, and the chakra cards. Although these are the only colours that actually are in the letters, but still. We got an E, and a T, another T, got an I. We have here pen, which I think is really interesting. So this, as I mentioned right at the beginning, this is a key pen. Like it's an actual pen. I haven't used it yet, which is why it's got the little thing on it. But isn't that really fascinating? Okay, pen. You know, pen can also be to do with sort of contracts and things like that, negotiations, writing out a plan. Got here Zen as well. So you're trying to find peace within yourself. And the other thing that I also see here is hit. But also, and hit is not me thinking that it's anything violent. Hit is more so, it can also be like a hit workout because you've got HITT, isn't it? Isn't that how it's spelled, like a hit workout, or is it HITT? IIIT? Either way, you could spell out that. So some of you might be doing sort of like hit workouts or things like that. But we also have here 10 as well. So I'm going to actually spell that out. Got 10, and you've got 2 I's. So you're really making a big focus towards yourself. We've also got in as well. Okay, and we've also got pin, so keep that in mind. And we also got hen. Wow, we've got a lot of words here, but yeah, we've got 10 as well. So, you know, really trying to hit the 10 from what I see here, like, you know, trying to feel really completed within yourself. And the crown chakra here really does represent as well this energy of you trying to support your mental health, your knowledge, your spiritual enlightenment, you know, with grace and beauty and serenity, which we did have the grace card, right? So that makes a lot of sense, because the crown chakra is all to do with sort of grace and how you carry yourself, and essentially enlightening yourself too. So that's pretty significant. So this is your reading, group number 2. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, please click on the little bell notification next to the subscribe button. That will just make sure that you do get my videos in your subscription box. And then also in the description box below, there is information for private paid readings, rereading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy. So definitely do check those out as well if you haven't already, and I will see you all very, very soon if you choose to come back for another video. So yeah, that is pretty much what we have there. All right, so what I am going to do is I am going to now take these away, and then we'll go on to the other readings. All right. Group number 3, May 2021 predictions. Let's have a look and see what is coming through for you for the month of May, and we will definitely take a look into things. So you have chosen this pin. As you can see, it's actually a light up one, but the light doesn't work. I found this in the loft and I thought, oh, okay, all right, I'm going to use that. It's super cute. So I'm just going to put that right there, the little stocking with the gifts pouring out of it, and let's see what May is bringing to you. So we have got here Magician. Put that there. We have got here Intimate. We have got Healer, Dreamer, which this card is not upside down, by the way. Just thought I'd mention. Actually, you know what? It probably is. There we go. I literally thought it was not an upside down card, but actually it actually was. But I don't read upside down or reverse. But I literally thought that that's how the card is meant to be. To be honest, it probably could be because of the way that the cards are designed. And then we have here Warrior. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is it's a really great month. I'm going to also shuffle out the tarot cards as well, because I definitely want to read everything together for this reading. So that's what I'm going to do. This is the Monopoly Tarot. Yeah, there's a Monopoly Tarot. Yeah, that's where we are. So let's have a look. Okay, let's go with those. I'm just going to move these up actually. Let's put that there. So we've got here Quick Communication Gardens, which is the 8 of Wands. We've got the Moon. We have the Hierophant. We've got the Sun. Oh my gosh, look, these are all major arcanas. We got the Sun, we have Judgment, we have the World, and Temperance. Okay, let's put those up here. Okay, so yes, it's just as big as I was imagining here. So, you know, obviously I like to do some live shuffling on my on my videos, and then sometimes I'll just have the pre-done ones. After I've done my meditations, I'll put the cards into the piles, and that's what I did with the oracle cards here. But you can see here that it's pretty much what I had sort of seen. I mean, when you look at the Magician, you've got all of these elements sort of balancing on the hand. You've also got a lot of these elements sort of here as well, which I think is really, really interesting in the context of there's a lot coming to you in May. There's a lot of abundance, there's a lot of opportunities that you're going to unlock from what I see here. Even with Temperance, what I see here is that the tap is going to turn. So especially for those of you that have felt very stuck, things are starting to get moving, things are starting to flow. And this is going to be a bit of a strange analogy, but I think it could help, you know, when like a drain is clogged or something is clogged and you finally are able to unclog something, things just start to move and it's a lot more free. So that's what I see here, is that things are starting to move and things are starting to work. Also with the Magician, this is law of attraction energy, so things that you have wanted are starting to manifest in May, from what I can see here, especially in regards to certain dreams that you've had. You know, this is also about your psychic energy and your psychic power, which is really quite very, very strong in May, especially with the Magician card and the eye that we're seeing there. The key here shows opportunities. You know, you've got the playing cards, which kind of shows the probability of things happening, which I think is pretty high. The other thing as well is that we have got here intimate, so there can be some very intimate energy with another person. So that's something I pick up, but it can also be to do with friends and family members and feeling really connected and really happy with the bond that exists between you guys. And the thing with the intimate energy here as well is that this is about you feeling also very comfortable and happy and secure within yourself and feeling really protected within your own personal energy. Of course, we also have here Dreamer as well, and Dreamer I think is really very significant because Dreamer is definitely this energy which we picked up of, you know, your dreams are really starting to come to fruition. Now in May on the 13th, Jupiter is also entering Pisces. It's interesting because you have got the Pisces energy with the moon there as well, which I think is obviously very significant. And what this is all about is, you know, dream as big as you like, use your imagination, you know, but also listen to the person who has your best interest at heart. That entire statement is something really very significant because there are certain people that, you know, may not have your best interest at heart, but I think that the people that are really there for you, that want the best for you, they do have your best interest at heart, and you can ask them for advice if need be. But also, you know, you can dream larger than life. That is okay. That is, you know, totally fine. What I do see here as well is you have got Healer, which shows that especially if you have felt stuck over the past few months, you will be able to heal a lot more in this month. And the reason I say that is because there's a really beautiful energy of Venus which enters Gemini. You know, Mercury and Venus are actually going to enter Gemini on the 4th and the 9th of May, and this will really help you to feel much more balanced within yourself. You've got Taurus season, you've also got Gemini season. Both of these signs, when they enter into the sun, which of course Taurus will enter into the sun in April, but continues on into May, it's bringing you harmony, it's bringing you stability, it's bringing you the ability to take action towards your goals and to not stay as stuck as how some of you may feel or have felt in the past, right? It's bringing you a lot more movement. And even with the moon here, you know, through uncertainty, there comes certainty. So we know that the moon, you know, the darkness is not always going to stay there. The sun is going to rise, and the moon can always be in the sky sometimes when the sun is in the sky. You know, we sometimes see the moon, you know, during the day, but the sun has its dominant energy, and the reason we see the moon is because of the sun, right? It's the sun's light, which is the reason we see the moon. And so it's showing here that, you know, essentially through darkness, there will always come light. And that's what I really see here, especially for those of you that have been through difficult relationships or difficult situations in regards to your career, or you've lost your career. There seems to be hope and opportunity and optimism that follows through in May, which is really supporting you, not only through these cards that we see, not only through astrology, but also through your manifestations that you have done prior to May, and also that you may be doing in May. And that's really the thing that I see here also with Temperance, is that things are starting to ease up, things are starting to move. The World card is also this really strong energy of you feeling satisfied in your own bubble, in your own energy. The World card can also indicate some form of travel, really does depend on what you choose to do. This is different for everyone though, so do keep that in mind. But the World card is also about looking out into the world and thinking of the opportunities that you want to manifest, the things that you do want to do. And it's also, some of you might be making a bucket list, some of you might be making Pinterest boards, things like that. I see here vision boards as well. That's definitely something that's coming through, where you're thinking, okay, it's a new month. I mean, some of you might have done this at the beginning of the year, but I do feel like, it's never too late to do one. You don't have to wait until the beginning of the year just to make a vision board or something, but this is you kind of thinking about, all right, what is it that I really want to do in the future? The Hierophant is beautiful. The Hierophant is this really strong Taurus energy, so we know that the sun is going to be in Taurus throughout the course of May up until the 20th? Yeah, the 20th of May. And then the sun will go into Gemini. But really, I see the Hierophant is giving you a lot of stability. It's bringing you a new perspective where you have this warrior mentality and you're able to get through difficult times, especially with healing, especially with dreaming and thinking about, a better future. So that's what I see here. Also, the warrior mentality is what's allowing you to really go and grab these significant opportunities that some of you may have thought that you might not be able to achieve or get or really have. So you're really going in that direction, and Judgment here is about transformation. You're making your own decisions, you're listening to yourself, but perhaps also asking people that you are closest to and that have the best intentions towards you to help you, which can also really be much more powerful. I wouldn't really advise you to go towards people that you perhaps have your worst intentions, because they can just be taking you for granted and things like that. So what I would say here, especially because you have got a Saturn retrograde happening, is that stay away from people that don't have your best interest, because they can definitely make you angry and more frustrated. You want to focus on yourself and your path in terms of healing and keep close to those that have your best interest. For those of you that feel quite lonely, you don't perhaps feel like you have anyone, you always have your ancestors, your spirit guides and angels. They are always there to protect you, as well as the universe is always there and always listening. Even if you feel like they're not listening, they are listening. It happens sometimes, but they are listening. And quick communication guardians here is one of the main sort of minor arcanas that we have, which goes to show that if you want to say something, it's a great month to do so. There is a Mercury retrograde, but it's right at the end of the month. Okay, so really it's not prominent, it's not dominant in that sense, from what I see, okay, for majority of May. So this is about having willpower, standing up for yourself, making sure that you take care of yourself. You're not always just putting others in front of you. You know what they say, especially in the scenario of those oxygen masks that drop in aeroplanes. Make sure you put on yours first before you attend and help others. Really, really important. I'm not just saying that in a way where I'm saying make sure you do you first and don't stand. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, if you are someone that was always constantly helping other people, if you don't help yourself, you can't then help more people. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. So that's what I'm saying is stand up for yourself, know that you have power. Magician is Mercury energy. This is Mercury energy, so it's showing here that make sure you take care of yourself, and then you'll be able to not only help others more, but you'll be able to help yourself more and help your dreams more. Helps everything all around. That's the beautiful thing. Let's have a look at these swatches oracle deck. See what messages we have, and then we'll go to the charm reading with the letters. It's a really small deck. I wish they made more cards, considering there's a lot of colours, but this deck has not, look, it really doesn't have many cards in it, which is hard to shuffle. Yeah, that's my critique, is that sometimes there are decks that have not very many cards, and actually to shuffle it is more challenging. And also you don't have as many messages in it either. But I like the cards, so there you go. Okay, so forgiveness with the healer energy, right? Forgiving, trying to move forward, trying to take care of yourself. Okay, you've got these really strong pastel energies and a lot of green. So green is to do with the heart chakra. Okay, so forgiveness, acceptance, and really taking care of yourself and surrounding yourself with people that you have your best interests. We have here connected, so you're really connected to yourself. You're connected also to the divine and psychic energies, so pay attention to your gut and your intuition, because that's really helping you. Judgment is also about your gut and your intuition and how you see things, so try not to just be like, oh, whatever, throw your gut out the window. Your gut really does matter, especially when it comes to fishy people that can be around. Specifically, people that sort of take advantage of others. that's, you know, that's obviously not nice, but yeah, your gut can help you and prevent you from being around them for too long. Decisions, okay, so you're going to be making some big decisions here in May. We had that with Judgment as well, so I'm not surprised by that. Thinking about the future, thinking about your dreams, thinking about putting different plans into place. That's something we see here as well. It's interesting, we have the world, so different plans. We have here sexual energy, so there can be someone here that you can be very intimate with, because we did see the intimate card. So that is basically what I'm seeing there. Alright, so it seems to me like May is definitely bringing you a lot of surprises, some unexpected little surprises here and there. There can be some nice opportunities, there can be some intimacy, there can be some great communication, there can be you manifesting things that have sort of been pending, that you have, you know, been like, hello, universe, I put my order in, where is it? So let's go to the letters. Ooh, we have a lot. So we've got an N and another N. We've got an O, so we've got a no. C. Always remember as well, okay, that rejection is redirection. So for some of you, you may have felt very rejected, even prior to May. Rejection is redirection, which I think a lot of you may be healing from. So always keep that in mind. We've got, you know, a no can bring a yo. Ah, that was terrible. That was a terrible joke. We've got not. We've got. I mean, some of you will really see words that I you know, will probably not see. So just let me know if you do see anything interesting here. Okay, well, you know, I mean, the thing here. Oh, we were so close to making sense. I really thought we had that in the bag, but okay, we have not got it there. 10, we also have here 10, you know, a sense of wanting completion, when wanting things to be complete. Okay, so that's what we have there in terms of the letters. It could also be initials as well, so do keep that in mind. We've got 10, but we've also got 9 as well. You know, 9 leads to the 10, and 9 is also a strong energy about independence and confidence. So we've got 9 and 10. I think that's pretty significant, isn't it? It's like sort of leading to completion, leading to fulfillment. Okay, charms. Let's see. Oh, we've got the bicycle again. Okay, so this bicycle here means that you're moving forward, right? There can also be a journey that you do take in May, so do keep that in mind, because we did see the World card. However, the World card is also pretty significant because it really does represent such a powerful and such a strong energy, which is definitely to do with a really powerful energy, which is to do with moving forward, you know, and just knowing that this is part of the journey, this is not the destination. So the bicycle here is about, you know, moving forward, you know, it's part of the journey. That's what I'm seeing. We've got the heart chakra here as well, crystal. So this is really about sort of accepting, healing, giving, you know, to yourself, compassion as well, love and generosity. We've got, again, the heart chakra stick as well, so you've got a lot of heart chakra energy. What I would say is meditating on your heart chakra can really help you throughout the course of May, especially because you have got Taurus season. Taurus is ruled by Venus, right? So, well, there you go, right? Got a strong energy there. Also going out in nature, perhaps taking a little bike ride if you do have a bicycle. I'm well aware not everybody does. In fact, I can't even ride a bike, so that's a completely different story. But if you can ride a bike, or you like walking, you like running, you like sitting in a park, these are beautiful things because it can help you to connect more to your heart chakra. You know, even just going out, if you are lucky enough and you do have a garden, you know, kind of sitting outside for a little bit, hearing the birds chirp, you know, things like that, it can really help to open up your heart chakra. So that's something I do see here, is that, you know, focusing on the heart chakra can be amazing. You know what we spoke about? We spoke about Mercury. Now, Taurus is actually ruled by the throat, right? So the throat chakra is very strong. The throat chakra is Mercury energy. The throat chakra is also very dominant in terms of communication, which we did speak about before. So you have a lot of willpower in that sense. You've also got a lot of blue with the letters as well. So again, meditating on your throat chakra, but also the throat chakra naturally will be very activated because of the seasons. And then you also have the crown chakra energy, which is to do with mental health, you know, prioritizing your mental health, prioritizing yourself, knowledge, spiritual enlightenment, meditating, things like that will really help you in May to actually attract the things that you do really want in your life as well. We have here live in the moment, which I think is important. Remember what I said? It's part of the journey, it's not the destination, right? So live in the moment, enjoy every single day. It's a beautiful gift from the universe. And then we also have here an F as well, so that's what we've got. So yes, that is your reading. Group number 3. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do click on the little bell, the grey bell next to the subscribe button. That will just make sure that you get all my videos in your subscription box as well. And do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course my intention item store, which is on Etsy, that a lot of people have seen results of those items that I hand make. So yeah, that is pretty much what I'm seeing here. And I hope that you all take care, and I hope to see you all very, very soon as well. Bye, everyone. All right.